Hi, 6th grade parents and students. This video presentation will give you an overview of the Training Resiliency in Youth Study, or TRI study, being conducted at Lucille Umbarger School, so you can decide if you and your child would like to participate in the research study. You will have an opportunity to ask questions about this study before deciding whether or not you'd like to sign up. We hope this video will give you some information to help with your decision. We invite questions, so please feel free to ask when you talk with our study staff. We will also provide our phone number and email at the end of the presentation. So let me tell you a little bit more about the TRI study. This study is being conducted by researchers from the University of Washington's Creative Lab, and what's really cool is that this is the first study to bring EVO to classrooms. The study has two main goals. First, we'd like to learn if EVO, a specially designed 3D video game, improves attention, memory, and mental health in youth. We also want to know whether playing this game can help your child deal with stress in their life or be more resilient. We hope that playing this game will improve different skills like the ability to pay attention and remember things. This may lead to better school performance and greater resiliency to stress. All 6th graders at Lucille Umbarger Elementary School without a developmental disability and who are able to play the game without extra help are eligible for this study. Let's talk a little bit more about EVO. So EVO was developed by research scientists and Achille Interactive. EVO is a 3D video game and is designed to target the brain's cognitive control network that includes the prefrontal cortex, responsible for planning and decision-making, and the anterior cingulate that navigates roadblocks to our plans. Improving cognitive control can lead to better attention, memory, and language ability, which overall may increase our ability to learn and gain new knowledge. So some examples in our daily lives may include choosing to do homework before watching TV, perhaps eating healthy snacks instead of going right for the junk food, or focusing in class on the teacher instead of being distracted by noises outside. EVO is played on a tablet for 5 times a week and at least 20 minutes each time over a month in order to see improvement. EVO helps players concentrate by immersing them in a 3D alien world where they have to make split-second decisions. This engages the brain and trains it to tune out distractions, thus allowing a player to focus completely on the task. So let's look a little bit more at EVO. Basically, the player is an alien with 2 tasks. They need to navigate a spaceship while also collecting some specimens and while avoiding others. This multitasking fires up those 2 parts of the brain we talked about earlier, the prefrontal cortex, again, which makes decisions, and the anterior cingulate, which helps us to overcome obstacles and problems. When these brain regions are not working well together, a person can lose motivation, have trouble with decisions, and concentration. What's really neat about EVO is it can detect the player's skill level, and as the game progresses, it gradually increases speed and the number of objects the player must collect. So who has EVO helped? EVO is being studied in several groups, including children with ADHD, adults with depression and traumatic brain injury, and even for early Alzheimer's detection, with good preliminary results. In a recent study conducted at the University of California, San Francisco, 57 children with sensory processing disorder, or SPD, half of also which had ADHD symptoms, were enrolled to play EVO. These children played EVO for a 4-week period, and afterwards all children showed improvements in attention. The TRI study at Lucille Umbarger is the first study to bring EVO to the classroom. So now that we've told you a little bit about Project EVO, now let's talk about what participating in the TRI study entails. After a brief interview in the fall, participation in the study lasts about 16 weeks beginning in January. The 3 6th grade classrooms will start playing EVO at different times and will play the game for 4 weeks during their stretch period. The first classroom will start playing EVO in January, the second group in March, and the third group in April. The study participation also includes filling out surveys 5 times over the 16 weeks for both students and parents. And here's a little flowchart of what the study involves. So to review, students will first complete a short interview that asks about their mental health, like mood, worries, and ability to pay attention. Then all students and parents will complete online surveys in January at week 0. before Class 1 starts their 4 weeks of EVO gameplay. Then again, students and parents will fill out surveys at week 4 before Class 2 starts EVO, and at week 8 before Class 3 starts EVO. We'll again do some follow-up online surveys at weeks 12 and 16. What's great about this is students will complete these surveys at school during their stretch period, while parents will complete surveys online at home or anywhere that's convenient. We think the survey should take about 30 minutes or less, and you'll each be paid for your time. And payment will also increase over time in order to take into account how much time you all are giving to the study. Compensation will be in the form of Amazon gift cards that we'll send to you via email. And we'll go into much more detail about the study procedures during the consent process when you meet with the study team. We welcome questions, so please be sure to ask when you meet with the study team. It's important for us to give out huge thank yous to some key people at Lucille Umbarger School. First and foremost, Susan Novak, one of the 6th grade teachers, who is the one to bring EVO to your school. She contacted the head of the creative lab in order to see whether we could collaborate with you all, and we're very excited that she did. We're also really thankful for Nick Hayes' support in this project. Stephanie also has been vital in translating materials for us, and we'd also very much like to thank you all, the teachers and students and parents in the 6th grade class, for your willingness to participate in our study. Now let's take some time to introduce you to our study team. First, we have Dr. Patricia Ariane, who is the Creative Lab Director at the University of Washington's Department of Psychiatry and Behavioral Sciences. There's also me, Jessica Jeunesse. I'm an acting assistant professor in the Department of Psychiatry. We also have 2 key members of the Creative Lab helping us with this project. There's Kathy Ringwood, who is the research manager, and Nova Rivera, who is our tri-study coordinator. We also have some interviewers who will be helping us in the fall with conducting the brief mental health interviews I mentioned earlier. There's Amy Good, Brittany Moser, and Jaden Duffy. The study team looks forward to meeting you all in person and then at the next parent night or by phone to answer your questions about the Tri-Study and Project EVO. We'd like to thank you for taking the time to listen to this presentation, and here's our contact information if you have questions or would like to sign up for the study.